Okay. Y'all got me. What's up, everybody? Will Knight here, back again with another video. Today I'm going to do something a little more personal. It was asked of me, and I couldn't help but facilitate. This comes at request of Evan Carrington. If you don't know Evan Carrington, he is the brother that played Theo Phillips on the early stuff with PlusU and everything. So we have a good rapport. We have a lot of respect for each other, and I love him like a brother. So when he told me that he was doing a short film that he thought I would really be interested in, I was just like, all right, well, yeah, I'll give it a shot, of course, because got to support the boys and the girls. Everyone that's really close to me, I support pretty much. Got to do what you got to do. That being said, though, I was not prepared for what this was going to be, especially after doing the reaction to the trailer that came out for Until the End. I didn't know what was going on, and I was just like, okay. And I intentionally told him and the other friends of mine that were working on the project not to tell me anything so that I could just be surprised. And man, was I surprised. Because I think the timing and the atmosphere of when this specific film came out is beautiful. Masterful, even. And I'm going to get into why that is, but let's go ahead and get the backstory about what Until the End is, and a short synopsis anyway. Not the whole thing, but a short synopsis. In the wake of a crisis, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. must find the strength to inspire a community of people without hope. And there aren't major specifics. It feels like Martin Luther King Jr. being Martin Luther King Jr. As he goes on to preach and inspire a crowd of people. But the major aspect of this film that really draws me in is that it's happening in the wake of Coretta Scott King's death. And that is the big game changer to me. That is the aspect of the film that really gets me, because a lot of people focus on the elements that they talk about towards the end of the film, especially in these lovely words they put towards the end, that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. lived to inspire hope and change. Even today, his message remains relevant, very true. Fight for justice, seek equality, love unconditionally until the end. Now, those are a beautiful sentiment. All of that is there. All of that is right there in the film. Can't say one way or the other that it isn't. The thing about this film, however, is that it's something that humanizes Martin Luther King. The major thing about Martin Luther King Jr. today, anyway, is that people kind of make him out to be infallible these days. And the issue with that is that it kind of goes into Jesus treatment, where people just treat him as if he was perfect. And with that idea of perfection, it seems like everything came easy to him because he was saying the right things and he was fighting the good fight. And that's unfortunately not true. In fact, doing the right thing is often the hardest thing to do. Not necessarily because of outside forces all the time, but because of your own personal experiences and the things that you have to go through. And I really like how this film goes in and just really works at that and really picks at that, because we're in a stage where Martin Luther King Jr. really just doesn't, I'll go ahead and be honest, he doesn't want to do it anymore. He doesn't want to keep being the one fighting. And you could go all types of ways with that. You could, work your own personal feelings and interpretations into that. But at the end of the day, it's a well-renowned figure, Martin Luther King Jr. He has the job that we all know and love of being the preacher, being the protester, being the advocate for change, and yet he's just not there, fam. The man needs help. And I really like that aspect of this film. It really changes the dynamic and it makes you think of him in a new light. It also makes you think of the fight in a new light as well. It's not just, okay, you're saying the right things and then all of a sudden people are making changes, because one, historically, that's not what happened. Especially in Martin Luther King's times, his approval ratings were way down. He only went up after death, which says a lot in and of itself. So I like that realistic depiction. I also love the cinematography. This has Denzel Barnes all over it. I already know that for a fact. Like, the man is really good at what he does. It's a beautiful looking short film. It's only about like 7-8 minutes, maybe 8 minutes. It's like 7 minutes 10 seconds or something like that. Yeah, 7 minutes 8 seconds. Beautiful. There's really not much else to say. It's a must see for the time period for sure. And I would say that it's even more of a must see because it gives a straight, honest depiction of what it's like to be in this fight. It's not all fun and games. There are some real deal things, and it's not going to be easy just because you're doing the right thing. But when you persevere, you can become the advocate for justice, equality, and unconditional love. And I think that's a beautiful sentiment that, we really need to share now. So that being said, I'd have to say Until the End was a must-see. Evan Carrington, Josh Williams, y'all were acting your booty cheeks off, man. I'm sorry. Goodness. When them brothers was doing their thing, they really in their thing. And I got nothing but respect for them. So that being said, I really enjoyed this. Really proud of you guys. Continue to do the works that you have been given, and yeah, thank you so much for allowing me to review this film, because it won't nothing short but beautiful.